this stuff that's happening with Jamal, it backfired on him because he wasn't expecting this type of response. He was expecting some backlash, but not as much as it has been. And people are speaking out. Patrick Wooden out of North Carolina, man, he nailed it. He hit us with some truth that's crazy. Well, this brother came with some real truth and hit this thing out of the park. And furthermore, the response has been mostly negative from most of the YouTubers and social media content creators. It's been crazy. It's been so negative. It's been backlash. We're talking about people that ain't even in the church. And if you want to get some real backlash from people, mess with the church. I'm talking about people that are not even in the church. They don't want the church to be messed with because that's their future hope. The church is their future hope. They hope to one day get saved and come into the church, and they don't want the church to look like the clubs and the stuff that they're in now. I'm telling you from facts because that's the way I used to be. I didn't want to see hypocrites in the church because I wanted to come there one day and give my life to God and make sure that that thing is right, because I don't want to come out of the world and get into the church, and the church has got exactly what I left out in the streets. And you have people that feel like that. They haven't expressed it that way, but I'm expressing it for them because the most angry people at Pastor Jamal is not the church folks. It's the folks that's not in the church that are rebuking him to the utmost.
And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. At least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him. But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs.
He's swinging from both sides of the plate.
See, so, something is wrong. And we live in a day where people will amen anything.
Especially the black church.
The members of the church screaming amen of her pastor, the first lady, wearing a dress that is designed to make it appear that she's wearing nothing underneath. I've been a man since I was 18.
Watch this.
I was almost one before then.
Watch.
But I'm 64 now, so I've been a man for a while. So I want to talk to you about the world of men.
Y'all ain't ready.
In the world of men, when men see a married wife with her husband dressed like that, the signal that's sent to the world of men is he needs help.
Watch this.
Because he ain't hitting it right. I said the world of men. Now, ladies, don't judge me. You don't live in the world of men. You don't know nothing about the world of men. You ain't never been a man, and you're not going to be a man. But in the world of men, when men see that, my God, she's begging for help. Ooh, look at her, man. Now, whether it's true or not.
Look at this man. Woo.
If you don't have nobody that you excited about, trade that booger in and find you somebody that Negroes can talk about. How did you bag that?
Yeah, so you see, Pastor Wooden said that men looking at a woman dressed like that, I mean, he nailed it. Point on, 100%. That's the way men think. And I'm sure women do it too. Like his wife ain't pleasing him. He's winking at me and looking at me. What are you looking at me for? When women dress like that and a man walks out with his wife is out like that and dressed around other men like that, they thinking that. They thinking that for sure, 100%. It's disrespectful because other men is looking at that as an opportunity. You don't want that man. You ain't happy with that guy. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't satisfying you. I can tell by the way you dressing. The world of men. But Jamal has a little thing going here because I saw pictures of him and his other wife wearing the same thing. And he's into that. He's into other men looking at his wife. And some of these women, they dress like, they might be married, make me an offer I can't refuse. You know what I'm talking about? Make me an offer I can't refuse, and it's all yours. The response has been mostly negative, and it's rebuking. There's no way a pastor should parade his wife out like that, and there's no way a wife should be willing to do that. Listen, I've done many years of counseling as a pastor. I had a couple come in, and I said this on my last video, but I had a couple come in to me, and because the husband kept begging her to bring a third person into the marriage bed for his birthday. She was saying no. She was like, no, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have nobody else. That's not right. And they was in the church, and I didn't preach none of this stuff. I've never cheated on, when I was married. I've never cheated, not one time, not once, ever. So you're not going to find that spirit in my church, and it wasn't happening. But this guy came in, and him and his wife came and became members of the church, and she kept telling me, coming in and asking me like, what to do. Finally, I got him in, and they both together. I told him, I said, hey man, you don't want to do that. Don't do that. That goes against God's. It violates the marriage bed. The bed is undefiled. You don't want to do that. And you're going to introduce something into the marriage that you don't want. She stopped coming to me. She stopped talking to me about it. And eventually, obviously they did it. They did the little deal, menage a deal. And she stopped coming to church. I stopped seeing both of them. And then all of a sudden he popped up, wanted to have a meeting with me. And I said, hey man, I've been missing y'all. What's been going on? Yeah, man, my wife, man, she done kicked me out the house. She with that girl. I said, what girl? Your wife? Your wife? Like doing it like, yeah, she done put me out. I said, what happened? How did this? She was so in love with you. Yeah. Pastor, I'm gonna just go ahead and admit, she did the thing. I said, what? Stupid fool. I don't want to hear it. Don't come to me with this, because I counseled y'all for months on end, and I told you not to do it. I told you not to do it. You let the devil in your bed, and now she done put you out for the woman that you was begging to get in there. Crazy. And so be careful. You want to dress and entice and do all this little extra stuff, you're opening the door for the devil. Don't give the devil room. All right, let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel here at In the Word with Pastor Jerone. We're going to be studying the Bible and growing. I don't want this just to be a reaction channel. I want this to be a Bible teaching channel where people can grow. It's, and sometimes we can get addicted to pointing out the negative stuff, but we want to grow. In 2026, we want to yoke ourselves up with Jesus and grow in the Word and grow in prayer and grow in the things that are spirit, that are for the kingdom. We're going to have idiots like Jamal forever, but you and I have got to grow in the Lord. I'll see you later. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment.